Team Lucchini, it's your boy TC, and we're about to get into this video. Why nobody cares about Coi Leray's new album reaction video.
What's poppin', y'all? It's been a little while since Coi Leray dropped her second album, Coi. I said I was going to talk about it in a previous video because I listened to the album and I didn't really take the time out to do it until now. But leading up into this album, Coi Leray had players smash hit. I mean, I was in different countries and they were playing this song in clubs and stuff like that. But this song really transcended. A lot of it was because of radio and, over time it just went global. But we're not here to hate. She got a smash hit. Got to give credit where credit is due. Now, the nightmare of the scenario is that even with a smash hit, her album sold at 10K first week. And this album was selling less than Trendsetter. After a smash hit, Trendsetter was her first album. So these numbers were ghoulish. So what did I do? I decided to, okay, let me actually listen to this album. And I listened to this album, top to bottom, multiple times actually. And I'm not gonna lie, there are some hits on this thing. Like this album, there's good music on here. It's like pop music, kind of, but it is good music. However, there's a problem with it. Number one, pretty much everything on here is sampled. Like, this is all just redone previous hits. So the question goes back, the theme of the question, or the theme of our saga with Coi Leray, which has been going on, I don't know how long now, is whoever is bankrolling her has an endless bag. Like, you don't want to go band for band with this guy or this woman. It just never ends. Because to get all these samples cleared, to put all this stuff out, and to bankroll Coi Leray's career as she was failing for several years, is you've really, really got to believe. Now, some people are saying, oh, she's bigger than ever now. Some people is her, after she recently, had some choice words, we'll put it that way, for Lotto and Trippie Redd on some of her new music. I took a look at this album, and the reason why, I thought it had good stuff on it, it just didn't represent anything. We still don't know what the hell Coi Leray is. Now, she worked with a producer on this album by the name of Johnny Goldstein. This guy was pretty much the main producer on here. He was on at least 70%, probably at least, I think there was maybe one or two tracks that he didn't produce on. Like, his hands were all over this, and this is mainly a pop producer. He's dropped many hits in the past. However, he wasn't working with Coi Leray prior. So Trendsetter, he wasn't working with Coi Leray for that one. She had different producers on Trendsetter. For that one, it was kind of like a collection of different producers. I don't even think he worked with her at all on Trendsetter. He did produce Players, and what it seems like this album is just, hey, we had Players as a smash hit. Let's try to recreate that by dropping a collage of different songs that try to be.
Are you interested in starting your own faceless YouTube automation channel, but all people do is tell you to go to Fiverr?
Trendsetter, which is perplexing to me because I think they're reshaping Leray to be like a Dua Lipa or one of these really big pop stars that their existence is just hit after hit. It's like, hey, we just wrote you up this hit. We got you with this really big pop producer. Maybe we took a sample, maybe we didn't. We're going to put a big radio budget behind this. We're going to put a lot of money behind it, and it's going to be the song that's going to carry your career for another year and a half. You're going to drop an album. Nobody's really going to care about the album. I mean, Dua Lipa and them aren't selling this low, but they are selling relatively low in comparison to how big their singles are and their brands are. So I think that's the plan that they have with Coi Leray, because some of these songs, I think they could have been hit. Like, for example, Get Loud, that song hits. Not gonna lie, a lot of these songs really do hit if you just take the time to listen to the album. But the way Coi Leray was kind of hyping up this album was like we would get to know Coi Leray. We didn't get to know anything. This album was really soulless. Zero soul whatsoever, and it's kind of like Coi Leray's cosplaying as some sort of character or caricature that's super confident when we know she struggled with a lot of things. We don't hear about any of that on this album, at least from what I paid attention to. Maybe I didn't look into her lyrics long enough. And I just don't know where she goes from here. Like, do they start putting a budget behind another one of these songs? It's been a certain amount of time. I think Players is still doing its thing. Like, it hasn't completely cooled off to where people are looking at Coi Leray like, yo, where's the next one? So there's maybe I would say she's got until the end of the year, and then top of the next year, we're looking like, yo, Coi Leray, where you been at? You either got to drop another hit. Come on, let's be real here. I was going to say the other option is she drops a really good tape, EP, or album, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So it's, yo, Coi Leray, where's the next hit? And did they just pause, blow their load with this one, and they just put all the songs that were supposed to be hits on this album, which isn't even doing hot? I mean, 10K, that's nightmarish. I know it cost a ridiculous amount of money just to make this album. Some of the features on here, some of the features aren't big, just pretty much the samples. But yeah, I felt like I didn't really learn anything new about Coi Leray. It sounded good, but there was no depth to it whatsoever, no personality to it, and I just don't know if Coi Leray has decided to take a different turn, or if maybe her team is like, hey, you got to move in this direction. We've let you cook enough, and it's still been uncooked, or it's been burnt at times. So let us take the reins, and we'll get you to the promised land, which they did with Players. But longevity-wise, I just don't see people saying they're Coi Leray fans. That's just something that she hasn't been able to gather. There are people that are Lotto fans. There are people that, dude, Sexy Red has more fans than Coi Leray, like actual genuine fans. Maybe more people have heard Players, but when have you met anybody, like girl or boy, that says, yeah, who are you a fan of? Who are the top 3, 4, 5 artists that you listen to? And someone says Coi Leray. When has that ever happened? I guarantee you that's probably never happened anywhere on God's green earth. And that's a problem. People will say that about Ice Spice. People will say that about Sexy Red, two people which have came into the game after Coi Leray. People will say that about, who else? Lotto, who Coi Leray has kind of talked to. They will say that about Flo Milli. They will say that about tons of other people. But Coi Leray just doesn't fall there. And I think part of the reason is, number one, she doesn't have a body of work where people can be like, yo, this is Coi Leray, and we really mess with this. Maybe she fumbled the opportunity with Trendsetter. Although I think some people were saying Trendsetter was pretty good. I don't even remember if I listened to Trendsetter. That's how long ago it was. So yeah, I'm not gonna say anything about it since I don't remember exactly. I think I did listen to it, but I don't remember what I listened to, man. My memory doesn't work like that. I know I didn't listen to it a lot after. So I don't know what Coi Leray has to do, to be honest. And that's a scary position to be in. I think she'll be fine just because the machine is propping her, but I guess we'll see from here. Let me know if you guys listened to the album, what you thought about it. If you haven't, check it out. It's not a lot of runtime. I think it's maybe 36, 37 minutes, or at least like listen to the first 8 songs. It's like 18 minutes and then come back and drop a comment. I really want to see other people's thoughts on this. If you did, or if you are a Coi Leray listener, like let's say you listened to the first album and you remember what you listened to, and you listen to this album, what are kind of like differences? Did you like this one more, less, and why? I really want to get into the root of this discussion.
All right, man. That was a pretty interesting topic there. I mean, Coi Leray. I mean, yeah, it's interesting. Be sure to like and subscribe my channel. Check out my music on Spotify. Just search TC Lucchini. If you want me to react to your videos, just follow me on all socials and shoot me a description. In the description, you can follow me on all socials and shoot me a direct message. Comment what y'all think of this video. Like and subscribe. Team Lucchini out.